Because it was an interesting thing. I was looking out my window. It was nice outside. Wanted to pop open the windows. So of course I'm looking out the window. I look at the sky. I see south of me, and this is where they usually fly. It is a good maybe 10, 15 miles, 20 miles south of me. I saw them start chemtrailing. Okay. Now the thing is, I live right on the border with Canada. Right on the border. Okay. I see one plane kick on its chemtrails way back over in Canada, and one behind it come right up and kick on the chemtrails. Canada and New Brunswick is really not very populated until you get close to, the border with us, with America. So when they come over the ridge line, that's when it starts getting populated. That's where they kicked on their chemtrails. So obviously, to me, it's showing, hey, well, they're doing something to, definitely go after the population. I'm lucky they don't often come up as high as I am, but they come just south. And I believe it's because just south of us, there's a NOAA station, National Oceanographic Atmospheric Association, or whatever it is, atmosphere or whatever. Anyways, they got all the equipment, the Doppler radar and all that kinds of stuff to look into the sky. All right. Now, what the problem is that they are starting in Canada, way in Canada, and coming across the border. Okay. Now, if I go across the border, there's a checkpoint. You have to, show your information, your passport, and all that stuff. And if I go shopping across the border, let's say I go to one of the stores, I go, oh, look at this nice Canadian woodworking. I want to buy this chair or whatever. Now I come back across the border, I have to pay duty taxes. I have to pay taxes. So, the governments don't always jive with each other, but on the personal basis, they don't get along. But for some reason, they can chemtrail all day long going across the border. Okay? I see them all the time. The chemtrail planes that come up here, anytime I see them, always start in Canada and come across into America. I never see them go back. So, I don't know if it's our planes go across into Canada that come over. But somehow, the government, both governments, are obviously agreeing that there's no border for chemtrails.
When United Nations came into existence, that's when one world government was officially here. But people don't understand that. They think they're fighting to stop the one world government when it's already been here since United Nations officially came in. That's when they already had their one world government right in your face. And the funny thing about it is, see, we have this illusion that we're free. You've never been free. You have the illusion that there's a Democrat and a Republican when there's only one side. There's not a Democrat, there's not a Republican, there's one side. You have the illusion that China has this government, the US has this government, Russia has this government. But in reality, China has its puppets, Russia has its puppets, Iran has its puppets, the United States has its puppets, and there's one group of people controlling everybody globally, and everybody in every country, military, is controlled by this same group of people, and they give you the illusion that we're fighting against each other for resources when we're not, because the group of people that are running everybody, your masters, your owners, they already own all the resources worldwide. They already have a one world government worldwide. But they don't want you knowing that, because you have to have your illusion that you are separate of this country and that you have this and this country don't, and that we're fighting each other for this blah, 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 so we can drive prices up, make more money, we can cause more division, we can bring in more population reduction by watching our perfect slaves kill one another while we have our caviar and our wine and laugh at you fools for believing your government is your controller running your country when they ain't running your country and haven't been running your country in years.